We selected China Merchants Industry Weihai Shipyard to be the shipyard to build the new major vessels for us.
BC Ferries announcing its 4 new major vessels will be built at a Chinese shipyard, CMI Weihai.
This is a strategic, responsible decision, one that is grounded in customer needs, technical evaluation, and long-term value for British Columbia.
BC Ferries is replacing some of the oldest vessels in the fleet to prepare for future passenger growth, expected to rise more than 15% over the next 10 years. Chinese shipbuilding dominates the global industry at more than 60% of the market for commercial vessels, and not a single Canadian bid came forward. The BC Ferry and Marine Workers Union isn't happy with the decision. Either is BC's Transport Minister. Mike Farnworth says he's concerned with the decision to build BC Ferries in China in the middle of a trade dispute with that country. But Jimenez said the Canadian shipyards could not compete.
The fact of the matter is today it is very difficult for local shipyards to compete at scale when we're putting in orders of this size, this magnitude. And it's both on cost, but it's also on delivery timelines. So that was one of the big challenges.
Seaspan says it's currently busy building and delivering ships for the Canadian Navy and Coast Guard, but it's hopeful it can be involved in future contracts for BC Ferries. In a statement, its senior vice president writes that they hope the BC government will work with them to develop a strategy to build some of BC Ferries vessels in BC in the future. And the association representing 1,100 marine companies says the industry could accommodate the work in the future.
I think eventually there will be a capacity, but right now the large shipyards really that are capable of that, like Irving and Davies and Seaspan, are very much preoccupied with the ships that they're building under the National Shipbuilding Strategy. And both the non-combat vessels for the Navy and the Coast Guard, and also the combat vessels for the Navy.
BC Ferry says once the ferries are operating in BC waters, the local spin-off work like ship maintenance will create 370 jobs annually and contribute more than $2 billion to the BC economy.